web page, right? So let me basic selenium and not basic selenium, so we'll go this. Okay, so what is the test case? So this is the test case. Go to any website and just you have to verify this text. Okay, so this is our test case. I have to verify Engineers Tech Hub. Okay, so we'll go and we'll write here verify text. Okay, verify text on web page. Okay, so now we having the main method. So this is your main method, and uh, just I will copy this complete code. Okay, so I already discussed this, how to launch the browser and all, right? So just we have written this, how to launch browser or application, by using this line. Okay, so now you have to inspect this element, right? So just inspect this, and this one. Okay, you can see I will, here id is there, so I will go first. I will find this id because this element we are not able to capture directly. So div of id equal to, and we have this. Okay, so now after div, so we having the we have to reach here in this node, right? So div of 1 and again h1. So these are the child, this is the parent, again this is the child, again this is the child. There is no siblings here. Okay, so we are able to directly we can get this x path, and we'll go and we'll capture driver dot find elements by dot x path, and we'll capture this. So we having the method called get text, right? So get text is a method. It will return a string type. Okay, it will return a string type, a string actual text. Okay, it will return a string type, a string actual text, and just I want to print this value as well. So this is our actual text, and this is actual text. Okay, see, xpath means you have to do practice yourself. Okay, so here I tried with the contents function, but it was not highlighting. So which one is the nearest one? You can see b having the id is the nearest one. So I first I find this id here, you can see. So what happen if you will go in this, this complete hierarchy, right? So it's very complicated to understand which one is your child and siblings, and also directly you can try, dry run, you can do that. Okay, dry run means I find this id, right, but I want to reach here, right? So I use parent child one, this forward slash, single forward slash. So this is the child. Yeah, this is your destination point, this node, but this text is here, right? But this is your node, so we have to reach here. Understand, right? So if it is not a child, then it will be a siblings. We can use the siblings. Just you can do the dry run. Okay, that's it. First you have to check what is the nearest unique node or unique element. Then after that you have to traverse. Either you can go for following, or either you can go for preceding. That's it. Got it, right? If you're not having the child, then you have to use following and preceding. Understood, right? You can do, just practice yourself, you will get more idea. If you will not do the practice, not able to write the XPath. Okay, expected is your Engineers Tech Hub, right? Engineers Tech Hub is our expected, so just close. So Engineers Tech Hub is our expected one, and this is your expected. Oh sorry, I think we are not able to. Okay, so this is our expected title. We have to validate this text, right? So now I will use this one. I want to also print this value for your validation or your debugging purpose. Expected text and expected. Okay, so now we having the if else condition I will use here. So we know, right, we having the inside this string we have a equals method. So equals method and expected condition is this. So this is your expected condition and this is expected, right? So here text is match and test case is passed, or else so text is not match and test case is failed. That's it. It's not match and test cases failed. Okay, got it, right? So done. I have done in my side. So let me compile this code, sorry, execute this code, or we'll see it is working or not. So we'll go and execute this. So let me open my PPT also. PPT, what we have covered. Okay, so this is our PPT. So let me what I have covered I want to see, or what the topic is. So it's launch, it is running. Also I'm opening my PPT as well. Okay, so it will launch an website and it will capture the Engineers Tech Hub and it will validate. uh, See, I have done one validation. You can, when you will do the practice, right, so many things are there in this page. You can validate this search box also, and this text also. You can also display this one also. Okay, and how you can validate and how to find the XPath for this, right? So just try yourself. Okay, this is the dynamic page. It will, if I will change this as a admin, then it will change. This link is also there. You can also validate this link also, this. So how many validation is there, right? So these are also the links. Okay, so you can just capture all the links. So these are the test cases which is available on the web page. Okay, so in one web page we having the, you can also validate this link also, this one also, right? So many validation you can do for this. Just I have shown you one. It is working fine. Okay, so capturing Engineers Tech Hub, comparing, and this. But I want to make this complete a reusable method. Okay, so what is the reusable method? I told you, right, you have to, in the real time, you have to, in the one page you have to do the 20 validation. Can we write this line of the code for 20 times? No, it will not work in the real time, right? In one test cases you have a 20 validation, and you have to automate per day minimum 2 test cases or 3 test cases. Can we write this? No. Then what is the solution is we'll create a reusable method. Okay, so I'm going to create a reusable method. Okay, public static public static a string. See, I will write verify text. Any text it will verify on my web page by using this, right? So verify get text, and we will pass here two parameter. One parameter I will pass here XPath. Okay, and another parameter I will pass here, expected a string. So your question is, how do you know you have to pass this parameter? So you have to think, guys. Okay, first we have to understand the basics, and you can see what is the every time it will change XPath, right? So we cannot change this every time, right? Here, this is my reusable method. Every time we cannot change this. Understood, right? Every time we cannot change this. It is not possible because this is the reusable method. So, but XPath will change, right? See, I want to validate this one. So this search box, this search button having the different XPath. So XPath will always change. So if you are creating any reusable method and you have to pass the different argument, then we can take as a parameter. This will also having this different, right? This will also having the different, right? Because expected is here this different one, search text. You can see what is the expected is something button or what, like title or whatever we can capture here, right? So this one I have to take as a parameter. Okay, so now same thing I will do here, driver dot find element by dot xpath, or we will pass this xpath. I'm writing xpath str, okay, because xpath is already there, right? I will take as a parameter. Okay, same parameter, but what happened, this is not a coding a standard, the people will confuse, right? So I'm going to take xpath str and I will pass here, and now after that we can write get, sorry, get text. Okay, so this is our get text. This is, oh shit, this is our get text, and I will capture here a string actual. I, what I did, I'm not doing anything here new thing, same thing, just I'm going to make a dynamic. Okay, I can use, means I am trying to make it reusable. I should not write same method again to validate my 50 validation in one test cases. If you will not do, then your productivity is not good and code is not readable. You having the 1000 test cases, how to maintain that complete suit? We cannot maintain this complete suit, right? So that is the issue. So what we can do, same thing, if, so just I'm going to also print this value for your validation purpose. If whatever I am doing, same steps you have to follow. Okay, so what happened in the real time, you will get some new scenario and you have to create your own method, reusable method. Then how to do that? Okay, I'm also printing here expected str also. Okay, expected str I'm also printing, or expected text, I can tell expected text, anything you can write here, but as you know, others people can able to understand this also. So now I will pass here actual text dot equals. Okay, so equals is your actual unexpected str, and this is, I will write same thing, uh, text is matched and test case is passed. Okay, so now I will write here else condition. Okay, so here text is not matched, so I'll copy this and I'll copy this, text is not matched and test case is failed. Okay, Done. So return type, I am going to take also return type here, so it will return the actual text value. So this method is created. So what is the use of this method? So this method is used to verify text. Okay, verify text. Okay, and param param is x path is your string type. X path is a string type, or param expected is also what, a string type. Okay, so this is the documentation you have to do. Okay, so now uh, this method I have to call, right? So just save it. And what is the URL for that? So this is the URL, we need to change it, right? Because I will also use this method as well. So just go here, and this is the URL, and just I'm going to change this URL here, handlers. So I change this, save this, and oh, why we have commented this? Okay, so fine. Okay, I think this method is fine. Okay, so now I'm going to, no, though both are not same. Both are, the job is same, but internally it will capture the history of the web, means this URL. Okay, that is the internal implementation. So I'm not able to, I cannot show you. So I'm going to comment this all the things. Okay, so from here to here I will do comment. I will not write this complete code. Simply I will write handler, right, handler dot verify text. What you can pass here? He will pass here this xpath. Sorry, this xpath, and I will pass here xpath. Okay, so this is our xpath and engineers tech hub. Okay, that's it. You have to not write this line of the code. I already done this. Now you have to do all the validation, right? So you have to verify this one. So simply what you have to do, you have to find this. Now I'm going to do this also. Just inspect this. I want to do this validation also. Okay, so I will not write again, you can see. So here what I can do is simply I will having the title h2 dot contains, I think this is the contains, right? So let me, what is this, wait, title. Okay, so contains text, contain text, and this one. Okay, so this is the one node. We can simply, I have to validate another one. So what we can do, simply I will call same method. Okay, handlers dot, I did not teach you this in my previous batch, so I'm adding more some new validation every batch. Okay, so here if we will go for my new batch, I was not teaching this all the things, simply basics and framework, but as per the industry standard, I'm trying to make the level, you guys are. So I have done two validation. and you can also validate this one. Okay, so you can also validate this image also. So you can do later. Okay, you can try your side. Okay, so now I'm trying to execute this. So I'm trying to do, oh, why it is fail? Java dot null pointer. Oh, sorry guys, so I did not call this method. Okay, and I have to do extends handlers so handlers, always coming Java dot sorry, null pointer exception means object is not pointing. Okay, so what happened, that WebDriver is not pointing, so that's why we are getting null pointer exception. Okay, so if you will get this null pointer exception, just check something went wrong with the initialization and all. Okay, object is not pointing. What is the uh, default value of object? Null. So when you are performing anything, then object is not pointing for the particular when you are doing the validation, so that validation or reference is not pointing for that object. So what will happen, I think here I did not pass here. Okay, see, yeah, I passed this. Okay, so let me check this, it will working or not. You can see I have done two validation. You can do multiple validation. Understood, right? So see, in the framework I will also not write this here, and this one will also I will take from XML file or properties file or Excel file. So here I should not do any changes. Got it, right? So this is the two validation, or you can do multiple validation for one test cases. So you know how you can create a reusable method for this. So we'll go for my PPT and let me check what we have covered. Okay, so this is Selenium part 2, right? Yeah, so what we have covered. So what is your assignment? You can just go in Yahoo. Okay, after doing this practice, go Yahoo website or any website, or let me I will here I will make some more methods. Okay, so let me automate same test cases here also. Okay, go to yahoo.com, and if you guys are able to do, please do. Okay, I don't want to do same example, but you guys can try. Okay, so go to yahoo.com, and in yahoo.com you can write here invalid, okay, email ID, and click on this next button, and you have to verify. Oh my god, that is correct email ID. Okay, so okay, I will write the wrong password. Okay, and you have to verify this error message. Hey, yeah, this error message. So what happened in the real time, you having the registration form, right? For negative test cases you have a 20 validation in one page. So you can do this and try to make any step will come, try to make the reusable method. Okay, so verify text, you have to not make this of any, like you have to search here, you have to enter the password, right? So again you have to make the reusable method for this. I will show you if any new scenario will come, I will show you how to make this. So we have done. Okay, maximize, refresh browser, minimize browser, I think this all we have covered, right? This one is your assignment. Okay, verify invalid error message. So just you can do this validation, concept are same. Okay, this is your same concept, but here you have to capture this text, right? That's it. So this is the completed. Now next topic is how to automate radio button. You can see radio button and checkbox. So input type is checkbox and input type is radio button. So if you having the input type is checkbox and radio button, you have to do sorry. Okay, so you have to type as a checkbox and type as a radio button. So let me show you and just go in the SpiceJet. Okay, I have a one local HTML. I can show you also, but I'll see if anything have here we have a radio button, right? So this is you have to select. Okay, and be having the checkbox as well. What is this pop-up is coming? Okay, this is a different topic, guys. Let me just do manually. It is working fine or not. Okay, so you have to select this radio button. Okay, so this is the, you can say radio button, you can select only one. For multi-city it is coming one pop-up. Okay, so I will not go for that, I will just go for this one. It is selected or not, so we'll create one another class and we can write radio button validation. Okay, so now just I will copy this line of the code, and this is the same steps you have to do. Just we have to change the URL. So URL is this, a SpiceJet, and just go here and just change it. Now you have to find the element, right? So just you have to import this. Okay, importing this and importing this. Okay, so now okay, so inspect. Okay, so I have to find this element. Okay, first steps you have to find this element. Okay, so here some numbers are also there, so let me, might be this is the static one. If it will not work, then we can go from here to here also. Okay, so you can see here we having the some number, right? So let me show you. I want to go from here. Here we have a some number, right? So in future it will also might be refresh, I will it will change. So I will find the element from here. Okay, so let me go here and we can write the level dot, what is this? This is the text, right? Contains text. Okay, so now yeah, this is the, I think this is also having the two node. So I'll do one thing, I will use here index concept. This is the index 1 I want to select, so this is the one node. Now I want to reach here, so I will use here preceding and input. If it will not work, we'll see. Okay, so input of 1. Now I am able to find, right? So why I did not use this? Because you can see here having the number, might be we will refresh this, it will work, but this is the proper XPath. Or let me check, if it will not work, then we have to write the another XPath, or you can use that same one, a static one. So find element by dot XPath. Okay, so by dot XPath, and let me here, and I will do here return type is bev element. I will tell you why. Because we having the some method here which is available inside this bev element. So what method is there inside this bev element? Is selected, is displayed, and is enabled. Okay, so is enable is a method, it will return the boolean type, sorry, is selected. So it will, if radio button is selected, it will return true. If it is not, then it will return false. What is the return type? Boolean. Okay, radio button validation. Okay, how to verify this? If, then it will return true, means radio button is selected. So when you are passing anything here, so it will return true value inside this if. Okay, if this is the boolean value. Okay, in if be having the boolean type, if condition will be true, then radio button is selected. Okay, and I will also use here this one. Sorry, I will use this one. Okay, and else I will use radio button is not selected. Okay, it will return false, right? Radio button is not selected and it will return false. So let me execute this code and we'll see what will happen. What is the error? Okay. I did not give here semicolon, that's why. So now we'll compile this, execute this, and let me check it is working or not. Okay, so it is already selected. Still it is I think my net is slow, that's why it's still loading. Okay, let me check. Radio button is selected, you can see already it is selected, right? Okay, so I want to deselect. Okay, so what happened? I think this is already selected. You have to select this one, then it will so deselect. Okay, it will not, then it will return. How to click this? So you can try with this one. Okay, by default it is selected. Okay, that's why it is returning what? True. Okay, so let me try this one. Sorry, 1 second. So this one. Okay, just you guys can try in your side. You can see same you have to write the X path here. Okay, you should not do anything. Same X path. I will just go here and copy this and just write here round trip. Just change this round, this one. Okay, so now it will highlight this one, right? it is not selected, right? So I'm just going to write this XPath and I will execute this. Okay, so it's fine, right? So let me, I will let me close this here, so otherwise my system will already slow. Okay, so I'm going to execute this. Okay, so now I'm going to execute. Sorry, it will select this. Oh, it will not select. Okay, so it will return false. It is not selected. You can see by default it is selected. Okay, so it will return true, but it is not selected. You can see radio button is not selected, false. Okay, so it is not selected. Then how to select this? How to select? Okay, so now what you have to do, you have to click here. Okay, before is selected method we have to click. Okay, so I will do click. Now it will select and it will return true. Okay, now it is returning false and now it will return. How to select? By using the click method, so it will return true. Okay. Mm, my system is very slow, it's hanged. Okay, so now it will select. You can see it is selected, right? So now you can see now it is true. Then same thing I will do. I will not write this method, this steps again. I will make the reusable method, right? So how to make this? So you can go here, or I will do one thing, guys. So this is the one method that is called isSelected method. We have another method called ele dot isDisplay. It will also means it will return the boolean type element is displayed or not. Boolean. Okay, so is display same thing I will do here. If is display okay, so is radio button is displayed or button is displayed. Okay, so again I will write here is displayed. Methods are implementations are same, returning same thing, and this is else condition. Radio button is not displayed. Okay, radio button is not displayed. Radio button is not displayed, and this is display. Okay, so it will return true because element is already displayed, right? One more method is there, that is called is enabled, right? So method is called ele dot is enabled. Okay, so now is enabled means it will also return the boolean type. Sorry. So is enabled. So I'll copy same and paste it. What you have to change? This one. I will change this, and radio button is enabled, okay. Again radio button is not is enabled, not enabled, right? This is the same thing we have to do, but methods are different and properties are the methods are different. That's it. Okay, so now I'm going to execute this. So is selected means it will verify element or radio button or checkbox is already selected or not. Is displayed means it will show like it's already, actually for image, or for if you're having image validation, and also then we can use is displayed method to verify displayed or not. Or enable means sometime you can see the web page having the disabled, so is disabled will also check element is already enabled or disabled. Understood, right? So let me do this, check this console. Yeah, so all are true. Okay, radio button is selected and displayed. I'm validating which element? This element, okay, this one, for all method. Okay, so this is how you can use this. Same thing I have to, I will not write this steps, same steps, right? So I will do one thing, will create again reusable method. Okay, you can see same logic we have to write for every method, right? So public static void is is selected, verify is selected. Okay, what the parameter we have to pass here? Web element, right? Web element, because element will be different, right? You have to, every test case is having the different element. Now we will write here ele dot is displayed, is selected. What it will return? So I'll direct copy, or no problem, we will write same thing. Okay, so no problem, boolean is selected ele, and same steps I'm repeating here. I'm not going to do anything extra here. I will make it reusable method, so I can write, I can use this for any test cases. Okay, for same validation is selected ele, so it will return true. So here I will, what we can write, element is element element is selected, or you can write radio button or checkbox is selected, or whatever the message you want to display. Okay, element is selected, else element is not selected, else elements, you can write element, or this is the element is not selected, it will return false, right? So same steps, same method, same logic, everything is there, right? So this is for verify is displayed, right? So same thing, just method name we have to change, and that's it. Okay, so here the method is called is displayed. Yes, is displayed. Okay, then we will check is this DSPLAY is displayed, right? So now it's recording, right? Okay, so now I will change this is displayed, is displayed, is displayed. This is also it displayed. Okay, element is display, displayed. Okay. You can document your own way if you having the good documentation skill, you can document yourself. Okay, so now element is not displayed and element is not displayed. Okay, this is the another method I have done, and same copy paste I will do for next method, because the concept are same, only I'm going to change method name. Verify is enabled, right? So here the method name is enabled. Okay, so you know how you can do fast development if you will get. So you can see if you're having the same thing, I'm not typing all the code, I'm just doing the copy paste and modifying the code. Okay, so this approach you have to learn in the real time, how you can do fast development. Okay, so this method is called is enabled, right? So is enabled, is enabled, is enabled, and this is your is enabled, is enabled. Okay, got it, right? So this is all the method, you can just document this. Okay, so this is the documentation. This method is used to, sorry, I do not copy here, I have to copy here. This method is used to verify, this param type is web element type. That's it. And just delete this, we have only one parameter, and just copy paste all, copy paste. This method is used to verify is enabled. Okay, this is enabled, and this is, sorry, is enabled, and this one is also do how to do verify displayed. Okay, so this is done. So just you can make this systematic way, I think it's already fine. So having some space, so just deleted this space and all. Okay, so done, right? We have completed this, all the method reusable we have made it, and we'll go in the our test runner class and we'll do the same thing. So extend extend handler. Okay, so now done, and just comment this, I'm commenting this and this. Okay, fine. So not this one, right? Okay, how this will work? Oh, okay, I commented this. Oh, fine. So this one I have to change the URL name in the launch app, I have to change it. Okay, so now we have changed it, the URL name, and we'll go here, and that is fine. I have to call here method call helper.launch app handler dot launch app app launch or whatever. Okay, so here I will comment these steps, and I will also comment these steps. Handler dot verify is selected. Fine. Now handler dot verify is displayed. Call this displayed. Handler dot verify. Okay, so is enabled. That's it. You should not write this line of the code. Okay, just comment this, and how we can do fast development for creating reusable method. That's it. So another test cases, you can do one more thing. You can also make this reusable, right? So this is the, you can pass one more method, xpath. So again, you should not write this line of the code. What I'm going to tell you, you just think, okay, how to make it, our code is readable and more reusable. So we have to think. I can see what is the, again it will change always, xpath. So what you can do here, uh, ele, just I will also check before, I did not check this. Find elements, okay, and we can take the string xpath, right, and we can pass here xpath here. Just you can try in your side, okay, and I will also try. It will work fine, no issue at all. It will work, right? So let me, understood, right, what I told you, right? You can see here, I should not write this steps also. If you will do, you can pass one more, this method also, I will make it the reusable, and just xpath you have to pass like the previous one. So let me check it is working fine or not, and if it will work, then who is doing the practice in this session? Whatever we have covered, everyone have completed the practice. Okay, so same output we will get, guys. So just I have made the reusable method and trying to, you know just make the reusable all the methods. So it will click on the second round trip. This is the best website to do practice. Okay, here having the radio button, drop down checkbox, everything. You can write the test cases. You can use two website, one is your Amazon and one is your SpiceJet. So here you will get all the validation, and you will get some web element which is having the dynamic. So you can try, you can make your hand dirty, then you will become the master of any subject. Okay, so I think again it is stuck. Okay, what happened? Someone ping me. I think my system is stuck. Wait for some time. Sorry, I think who pinged me? I'm not able to see that message. Arre, what is this? I did change or what? Oh, I think I did not change this URL. Okay, so it is displaying this URL. Got it right? So let me check here. Oh, what happened? I did not change this URL or what? See, I did not change this URL. Oh, I am using both. Sorry. Okay. So what happened? I think it will launch both, right? But and also it executed both. This page also displayed, and that's why I'm getting message here also. Let me close this. Okay, so let me close. Oh, I think my net is also not working. Oh, 1 second, huh? I will execute one more time to see this is working fine or not. If it will not work, we can fix our test case, but it will work. Okay. Let me. This is my verify text no radio button validation, right? So here this is the radio button validation, and we'll try to execute. Sorry, I'm as my system is very slow. Let me try one more time. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, so just I'm going to execute this, and we'll see this is working fine or not. And just I made it the reusable method and trying to execute our code. Okay, so I think it is working fine. Let me close. Let me check. Yes, this is working fine, and I made it is reusable method. Okay, so that's it.